In this video today, I'm going to be crafting an Afro house hit for international DJs. So this is going to be a super interesting one. So I have a beat here that I broke down in a previous video. If you want to check that video out, how I made this beat here, you can definitely check out that video. But what I wanted to do, there was something different in the beginning of this video, was I was just basically going to take the template of this beat and then just remove everything that's in this beat in terms of the arrangement and all the everything that I created here, and then just keep the samples, like the drum samples and all the instruments, and then just use those to create something totally new and totally different. So this is the beat, how it sounds. So it sounds pretty cool, it sounds really dope. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna remove all this stuff. So I'm gonna start by removing the instruments. I'm gonna remove them like that, and then I'm gonna remove this vocal because it's probably not gonna work for this new beat. And I'm gonna leave the FX sounds. I'm gonna leave those because I'm gonna need those as they are. And then I'm just gonna remove all the drum patterns as they are. I'm just gonna remove all of these like this, and then boom. So now it's basically like a clean start. Well, not super clean because not super fresh because I still have the effects there, but I'm just gonna drop them down all the way to the bottom, and then I'm gonna bring the piano up like around here so that it's there. Okay, so now we can properly begin. So first thing, tempo is 123. I think I'll drop it down to 120, so it's kind of a little bit slow but not too slow. 120 is fine. I'm gonna drop in some kicks here, obviously 4 to the floor. We still have a vocal right there. I'm going to remove that vocal. Yeah, there we go. Remove that. I'm also going to remove this splash. I like that. That's a pretty good start. And next what I'm going to do is come to the piano, and then I'm going to load up a chord trigger and make sure that the chord trigger is going to record MIDI to track here. So I'm going to make sure that's selected on, and I'm going to come here to open guitar chords, and I'm going to start with some chords. Let's go. Just like that. And I'm just going to make sure that I can see the chords right here. So this is what everything is looking like. I'm going to quantize. Then it starts back again, so I'm gonna delete all these extra notes, and I'm just gonna crop it right here like that. We don't need everything else. And then I'm gonna loop all of this like this, just to turn the piano down and fix the velocities as well. So I'm gonna select all and then press Option Shift and just make sure everything is loud. I like how that's sounding, so I'm going to create a drum region right here for this sound right here. And next thing, I'm going to move on to the hat. So I'm just going to fill in some notes here to create a nice groove. Hey, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. And I can tell that this track is coming out with, you know, an emotional vibe to it. Hey, that sounds good. I'm going to record that in. Nice. And I'm going to quantize those notes, boom, and make sure it loops. Just like that, and quantize that. So creating drums is very intuitive, like the way that I create them. It's super fast. I just play like single notes without having to go and draw. I just have to worry about quantizing, make sure they're on the right time. It's super easy. If you want to use the same drums that I'm using right here, you can check the link down below to all my drum kits. But let's continue. Okay, so this is a shaker. I'm gonna create a shaker pattern here. Hey, I like that groove of the shaker. I'm going to remove these two last sounds right here. I don't think I'm going to need those. Now let's move on to the other sounds, the next sounds. So right here we've got this bright strings panning. Ooh, I like that note there. I'm going to record that in. Just like that. I can always just draw in the rest. Okay, I like how these jitter strings are complementing the bright strings that are panning. So I'm going to do the same thing with these. Just like that. And again, make sure it goes all the way like this. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds super cool. Ooh, I like how this sounds if I just like play it and stop like that. Let's record it in. Just like that. That sounds pretty good. So now we're moving on to some really low bass sounds, right? Just like that. I'm going to record the sound like this. Just like that, and quantize again. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do with this. Just like that. Ooh, that sounds good. Let's record that in, that bass. Dope, dope, dope. That sounds really good. That sustained bass is sounding amazing. Okay, let's listen to this other bass. Ooh, I like how that one has a glide to it. Let's copy the same pattern here and let's hear how it sounds with this second bass. Okay, I kind of like them as a layer, so let's make sure that they're not clashing frequency wise. So I'm going to take out the low end on the second sound. Just a lot of the slow end energy. Let me just remove that so that the main bass, which is the agile synth bass here, can really stand out. And when it comes to tracks like these, it's all about arrangement. If you really want to know the secret about songs like these, it's all about the arrangement that really takes a song from sounding like a loop to a song. Arrangement is everything. And if you also want anything that I use on the channel, make sure to check out the links that are down below. Like and subscribe to all the YouTube stuff, and I'll see you in my next video. I'm X and I'm out. Peace.